So, do you think there's symbology and hidden meaning into everything?
Yeah.
So, this is just, it again, this part, yeah, different. These top bits, significant, and this bit, quite significant. I mean, it's not like I actually set out to do this. It just appeared. Hard to explain it. I set out to do the back of this. Yeah, this was the side that I was working on. But on the opposite side to this is what appeared. So this was initially the back.
Yeah.
This is the front. This is the bit that I had worked on, yeah? But this formed, I just outlined it. Now you see this is a C, and this could be looked at as 3.
Yeah.
Or E. Depends on how you want to do it. C3, free C.
Yeah.
And it almost like you see 3. Now I've seen this in multiple things, right? And it's weird. Okay, it's very strange. Now whatever you want to call this. Now again, it's not finished, but it doesn't need to be. This was already here, and this part of the outline was already here as well. So it's not perfect. I mean, I'd dig out something that would be more perfect. Now most people would say, oh, it's demonic, it's devil, it's this, it's more. But then, how well do you hide a secret in this manner? Do you get what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Like, if you were to say that Christmas was bad, because you wanted to hide some sort of element in it, or put it plain in sight to hide something as well. So, different things like this. Like, all plain in sight. But, when you hear it, C3, free C. Which his name is CeCe. CeCe.
Yeah.
CeCe.
Yeah.
Which you have a CE label. You've got two CE labels, right?
Yeah.
You got the Chinese version and you have the European version.
Yeah. Yeah.
CeCe. Symbology.
Symbology. Yeah.
Triangular shape. Now, you've seen this in other aspects, haven't you? In other things.
Yeah. I have.
So you know more, which if we don't reveal it in this video, you know more than anybody else. If you understand what I mean. So you've seen this in other places that there's no way I could have tricked that. Well, I mean, there bloody is, but I didn't. And in other things too. So you have seen this a lot. I don't know, I've been seeing this for a lot in my life. Now maybe it's because of that. You could say, oh, it's pareidolia, oh dear. Oh, he's going to be schizophrenic. And then if you even... Whoops. Very eerily similar, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you know where this appeared?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Again, miles before. But notice the same pattern. In near enough, this is human done. So it's been straightened out a little bit. I mean, what was it? The thing I was looking at, which I pointed out, everyone could see the same thing. And then I sketched this quickly by hand.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And that's the outcome of that.
That is.
So again, appearing again, but at a different time. Now maybe it's because you've heightened this and but you know in your heart of hearts that that's not it. It's not it. So again, these things start to come together. I was going to show something else as well, but no. There we are. So you could say that is like Egyptian, or devil, or take down that. Everyone is so guarded on secrets because, you know, maybe there's an agenda that is to hide something, therefore we'll be the only ones that know it, you won't. And it's not finished. This is not finished. eerily strange, right? You could say that, oh, that looks really weird. And you could say that this looks also strange. This is not finished. The other version that I have of this is this, but this. And again, compared to how you see it, and the way that what's obscuring it is also quite, it sort of wanes in and out. So there are bits that are just out of my awareness field. Do you understand that? But isn't it, once again, the same thing illuminates to certain things that have then played out in this revealing, and then there were some other things that this was revealing in as well. It's absolutely mind-boggling, isn't it, really? So you can say it's whatever you want, and anyone else can say it's whatever they want. It's the devil. It's the devil. And when you start hearing things like that, when people will look at something that you're doing and say it's the devil, what's the first thing? What is that first response of someone that hears that? Oof!
Scared.
Yes, exactly. And then what does that cause you to do? Never look again.
Yeah, go away from that.
Run, quick. Oh my I'm not. I'm not a part of that. And then there is something else as well that you have seen, which again I haven't revealed. Again, there it is. But also, I mean, how many ways can I bring this out? And this symbol here. Now, it doesn't look much like it, but what about if I do it this way? And again, if I was to do it this way, you see one side versus the other side. Now, anybody, and once again, what's it making? The same, the top, the three.
Yeah.
But it's the bit in between where my nose is now. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Cloaked figure?
Yeah.
And off camera, I'll show you. You know this?
Yeah.
With this? With this side of it, if you remember.
Yeah.
Is this. And isn't that, it's encoded into everything. And this can be spun out as, it's so bizarre to me. I find this really bizarre that no one believes in anything beyond. It's question marked. I don't get how that is so questioned. Like, is there a beyond? Right? It's like left like as a mystery. Oh, we don't know, What a load of tosh. You do know. It's in everything. It's in you. It's around you. Take a look at your own eyes. You might not have the same shape, but you definitely got triangular.
Yeah.
It's there. Waves. Everything seems to be by design. It all seems to have this code to it. And it must be a devil, right? But it's the Grim Reaper. And then maybe if I dress like it, and I look like it, and I worship it, maybe it'll give me another fruitful day. That dark figure that you would call, whatever you want to call it, the light within, the light out.
Yeah.
Subconscious, conscious. And I say, oh, but we created that. Okay, yeah, sure. Next thing you're going to tell me you created humanity as well. Anyways, and then you'll be like, who come first, the human or the creation of humans by humans? Right? And then they believe that they can go and try and buy it.
Yeah.
Or, with human stuff. Everything that is here that you could possibly offer it could get at any time. And a lot more. So any gift that you think, sacrifice, sacrificial, whatever it may be, you just are never going to be able to do it. Because what you think you can offer it, what do you think sitting there, it's already gaining. And it must be a dark force, a dark entity. It must be, the devil doesn't have horns apparently, it must have a cloak, a gown, right? A robe.
Yeah.
The robe, the hooded robe, right?
Yeah.
To look like it, to be like it, and then you must be it. Doesn't work like that. It has a purpose and one only purpose. And they say loyalty.
Yeah.
No, it's unity. It's unified, and nothing you can offer it is ever going to stop what is. Now, then we formulate on another one. Let me give you an example, right? You're God, okay? You're the divine. You're the first being that made it over in the universal power. You're the first species of all species. Hermaphrodite, by the way. But still, you're that. You're the collected. You're all of that, right?
Yeah.
I just want to give you a little point. And you've made lots of biomes, and you're mixing life. And hopefully life mixes with other life forms out in the solar system. So that there's, right, all life resonates from the same starting point. So to crossbreed your species with one another is, by extension, it is technically, it's like incest. It's hard to explain it, right? Because you'll look at an animal and think, well, we're so different, right? It's more likely to go in a negative way for a reason, by design. Even if you were to build the most best, is it called epigenetics? Any genetics that you could ever master on the planet, right? And you were to design all of this, and mix and splice and mix on your own planet by mixing DNA from here, a little bit from there, a little bit from there, and then make something hybrid. It will always have flaws in it, because by design, that's not what it wants you to do. You being the universal structure, the power, the entity, the force, the whatever. It works better when you've got life forms from another biome that come from this biome, being humanity mixes with another set of beings. They come together. It is encoded into everything so that it moves you this way, not makes you stay on a rock. So we're just going to play this one out for a second, right? You are the divine creator. I am your mere disciple, sire. Shim. He, she. Fem, male. Okay? You are that, okay? And I'm your bow down disciple, or whatever it's called and stuff, right? And I'm now meeting you after my journey. To be judged. Whether I'm worthy to be a part of this, or I'm too disruptive, or maybe I will just go in there with all the other collected divine beings that have been collected for a reason. And I might want to steal all of their stuff and claim it as my own, right? So, you know, in this sort of thing. After a whole long life worth of journeying, you ask me a question. And this question's going to be, what did you do with the very little that I gave you? What did you do with all those gifts that you steward? And I say, well, I followed a book. Oh, what book was that then? The book that you wrote. I didn't write a book. And I did, but not in the way that it's written. The way the ink dried, the final edit, we have lots of editors in this world, right? You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Your whole society is built up on editors.
Yeah, I guess, isn't it?
Will you publish my story? Fuck off. Go and write it a bit like this, bit like this, bit like that, bit like this, and maybe you go back, change it, and you go back. How about now? I still don't like this, like this, like this, like this. By the way, you owe me for the last edit, and you're going to owe me for this edit. So, if I let you have this book with this, this, and this, you owe me. But you didn't write nothing. I don't care. Go see someone else. And I just call them up and tell them that you won't comply. You're obedience. You're not obedient. To me, man. Anyway, so you know, this is your current life, right? And to believe that it's not played out in anything else to believe that this has been passed down, and it is gospel, right? Not knocking a religion or anything else like that. But you've got to ask it from a godly perspective, or a divine, or a collected, or a universal perspective. A new species have created eternal living, let's say, for example. And you would say to me, why are you here? Well, because I stayed here. And I was loyal. Would you say to me and ask me a question? Why? Did you not want to live? Well, yeah, but in your place, there. And God was like, you being God, I'm just, with all those gifts, does that mean that you didn't want to live?
With all the knowledge.
You didn't want eternal life because you accepted death. Yeah, but I was being loyal, obedient. I can make obedience. Well, God, how's that? How can you make obedience, God, universe, divine? How can you make obedience? Have you studied your planet and seen every animal for over generation? What do all animals have in common? Obedience. Okay? And I set you apart from that. Give you free will. Your choice to do so. Give you a little bit of life. Give you a small snippet of what you could be offered. And this is all you did. Why did you do that? Because a book, because a person, because of this, because of that. Were you in control of any of that stuff? Well, these things I was in control of, but these things other people were in control of. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so we can eliminate these ones as not in your control, but we can keep this in here, that this was all in your control, your power, your choice, your... So, you're telling me that with all your knowledge to create a better planet, better medicine, to keep your organs functioning further than what I could have give you, than what we could have give you, than what the universe could have give you, than what evolution could have give you, but you chose not to replace it. Well, it was too expensive. That's different. Okay, so if I strip this out the way, could you not stand up? Well, they would stop it. Okay, well, all right, then there's going to be some serious questions need to be asked for these individuals. We'll get to that. And then, after all of that, refusal to do so. If it was safe, I didn't feel it was safe enough. That's wise. That's very wise. And you happen to be right to, or happen to be wrong to, or happen to have this. People say that we take faith in things and have faith. They've got more faith in something outside of themselves than they do in anything that a human could make.
Yeah, that's true.
I understand that, and I get it. Trust keeps being broken a lot. This side of it, it didn't. Well, I wanted to act like Jesus. Well, why did you want to act like Jesus? Why? Why? Why would you do that? Well, because it's what you wanted. It's not what I wanted. Well, how do you know? How did I know? How did I know? Let me give you it. You're a thinking being, capable of thinking and observing the universe, being able to think so well with these gifts. And trust, we know. We know you've got them. You can think, but you couldn't think that if I wanted that, I would have created you all like it. And I'd have programmed you all to operate from that.
Yeah.
Why did you only mix genetics from your own biome? Well, because we thought that there was only life on one planet. Because you were taught it. Did not something tell you otherwise? Did something not lead you? Well, yeah, but I was scared of ridicule. I was scared of this. I was scared of that. I was scared of this. How many bees does it take to make honey? How many people believing something would it take to switch it? Well, then they will come with police officers, cops or whatnot, military groups and different things like that and suppress us. And that's out of your, see, in judgment is a very fine thing, isn't it? Mm-hmm. It's not as simple as putting a feather up and weighing your heart against it. It's about all your decisions, yours. Singularly, collectively, worldly. Why did you go to battle? Because I was told, because this, because that, because of this, because of this, because of this. So you are an atheist, correct? Yes. You don't believe in things, but yet you believed in this. How is it that you can have so much belief in this, knowing it's wrong, being taught that it's wrong, but still continue with it? Well, I only thought about it. I just thought about it. Thinking is different. Thinking is thinking. You're just thinking something. Okay. You want access here now that you see it. You want it. Why do you want it? Well, because I want to fit into all of that. But yet you had little respect for anybody of different ethnicities on your own planet. I don't think this is a place for you. But it is. I know it is. But the proof was in the pudding. Would you bring stability, order, and would you think for yourself in order to push the envelope outwards of knowledge, creativity? My word, you know how to create. What did you create? Well, I didn't. Why? Well, because it was stolen from me before it got... This is different. Be the ones that do that. These are the ones that will laugh the loudest. If only you could be a fly on a wall. If only you could be part in divine, listening, at the same time as watching. It would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, you do it.
The creators know how to create. That is one thing they do know how to do. Not destruction, but create. Creativity. They know how to become together, not divide. But as long as you're in this state of non-belief, even though you believe in some weird shit compared to it, are you satanic? No. Well, what are these actions? They are satanic. Your idea of getting toward the divine or in the universal structure would be to divide it, conquer it, go to war with it, steal from it, and not do anything, not create, not build, not push the envelope of thought, not push the envelope of speech, not push the envelope of what you can do. Keep yourselves limited to your own fishbowl. Don't venture out. Just stay there waiting for the return, which is death. Just waiting for that. For what purpose? That doesn't sound like anything of a beyond that you want. Does it to you?
No.
If anything I've said, does it sound wrong? Anything that has been discussed here, does it sound wrong to you? Oh, by and large, it's a choice, but it's your choice mainly. Yeah. You'll have to answer it. Hope you've got that sort of understanding. Hope you've had this little game with yourself. Because come face to face with it all. But there is no beyond. I didn't know. You didn't know. So let me guess, you believe that you're here because it's a fluke. All of this is just happening for no reason. None whatsoever. And that is enough reason for you to get up, go out, do this, come back. Wake up, get up, go out, work, come back. Get up, go out, work, come back. There's enough for you to believe that in the nothingness. So what gave you the hope to keep going then? Because you're all after this something better. Something better. Something there's got to be, if I keep going like this, I will get everything that I want because I'm being a good person. Because I'm obedient. Obedience works if you're a human. To me, it seems like you're giving the middle finger to the Creator. Universal structure, universal power, which nothing is wasted. It really isn't. It's being taught, well, this may work, this one over here didn't work, this one over here did work. You go like, why do you want to collect? What is the purpose? Good question. Have a think about it, and it might just dawn on you. But then, if it wanted this, and it wanted that, why doesn't it make it happen? Because you've got to come from authenticity. Isn't that strange? It's got to come naturally. It can't be forced. It can't be programmed into you. That's not authentic. It's got to come authentically. It's got to be because you want it. My, that is a prize. How come you didn't come down and do something about it? Please tell me why. Why?